when it comes to collars, which one you want to buy. So we need to know what to buy when we first get a puppy, and there are a lot of different options in collars. So Eric's going to explain to us what some of those are.
For sure. This is a choke chain. I don't use these a whole lot, so I wouldn't recommend these necessarily for a puppy.
When would it ever be appropriate, though?
Well, if you're using any sort of positive punishment training or correction-based training, which I don't do a lot of, that's the reason I don't use a lot of choke chain.
Sometimes it's necessary, though?
It is. For instance, if you have a 120-pound lab who is pulling a 100-pound woman down the street, sometimes a correction collar might be a good choice.
Okay.
And I do mean sometimes. This is by far the most unsafe type of correction collar on the market.
Okay, so what other options do we have?
Well,
then?
we have a slip lead here, and a slip lead is just a good alternative to a choke chain or a training collar. The reason I like these is because if the dog tries to pull out, they can't get away. So this will cinch around them. This can be used as a correction collar, albeit a very soft correction collar.
Okay.
Meaning when it tightens, it's not a chain on their throat.
All right.
For puppies, one of the best collars you can get, I think, is a new product called the Wonder Walker. They're made out of Seattle, they're handmade, and they go right over a dog's head, and then they buckle under their chest. Lulu, come here. Lulu, come.
Let's see
how it works. So this is how they go on.
Now, can you get these anywhere, or do you have to special order them?
You have to special order them from Seattle, but they are getting more popular, so I'm hoping they will be here soon. Anytime I put a new collar on a dog's head, I'll give the dog the treat, and then I'll slide the collar right over. And then this just buckles right underneath here. There's two attachment points, one attachment point here and one attachment point here. The reason it's attaching here is in case you're trying to do some loose leash walking with the dog. That way it will pull to the side and redirect the dog to focus on you.
This is nice that you're not getting all that pull on the dog's neck, though.
Exactly. And that's the area that you really want to worry about with any dog, especially puppies, is that precious little trachea. This is just a plain old harness that we were using for Georgia. This just loops, the head goes in here, and this attaches around the body.
Let's see this on Lulu then.
All right.
So similar to what you had, just a little bit different.
So this will go right over little Lulu's head.
And
then
it's
it'll
going to buckle right
here.
around. That's great.
It's sized for Georgia right now.
Now, one particular collar that's best for all dogs, or do you think it really depends on the dog?
It really depends on the dog, but I really am starting to love the Wonder Walker.
Okay.
It's a really good product. It's handmade, and I do think it's a very good product.
And what do you pay for something like that?
Wholesale, I think they're $15. I think you can pick them up for about $25 online.
Okay.
This is just a plain old regular collar. Once your dog's trained, it's pretty. This is a fashion statement, and it's got their nice tag on it. As long as your dog's not pulling a whole lot on the collar, these are a wonderful fashion accessories, so to speak.
Terrific. All right. And Lulu's ready to go. Isn't that great?
That's awesome.
Okay, so we want to tell you that there's a really cool, free, fun event for pet owners this weekend. It's a launch party for a new social website just for pet owners. The website is called Petocracy, and that event is on Saturday. Again, it is free from 12 until 4. It's going to be at the Foothills Animal Shelter in Golden. Lots of freebies, pet training tips. Eric's going to be there. Sounds like a lot of fun. And by the way, there's that website. We're going to profile this website next week and find out what it's all about and how you can benefit from it too.
Yeah, and what that particular kind of harness he was talking about, what's it called?
You love that. I think there's an article on it too.
Yeah, what did he say it was called? It's the harness where basically you can clip it in the front of the dog.
It's kind of a new thing too. You have to special order him, but he loves it.
It's a miracle.
Like
my puppy's on it, and boy, he walks right by my side, and he's not.
We'll ask Eric again about that and post it for everybody who wants to
Go to our
know.
Facebook page. We'll post the link because it's a miracle. Up next, speaking of miracles.